Hello, everybody. I am thrilled to be with y'all. And it's this morning, and I know you might be watching this some other time, but I have a love and a passion for sharing with people painting. And so today I wanted to start out with teaching you a little bit about how we put the double loader together. And it's going to be a relaxing morning. Starting the morning with a little bit of painting is a good, fun thing. And whenever, or it might be relaxing at night, but I'm Donna Dewberry, and I have created a technique with simple strokes, and when you put them together, they become amazing blended flowers or blended leaves. And I'm going to even do some landscapes, but this is just relaxed. I'm going to sit here and calmly relax and share with you that you can do this. I have a lot of passion for sharing with people, and I hope that you see that as we're working together. I want to show you how to use different brushes and different paint, and this is my first one, so let's get started. I'm actually relaxing this morning. I got up early because I wanted to work on something special. I'm using multi-surface paint, and this is FolkArt multi-surface. I don't know if you can see. There you go. All right. And the funny thing, guys, is I'm in a hotel room, and I had to rig it all up this morning so that I could teach with you and share some steps, especially for you. If you're out there and you said, oh my gosh, this is pretty awesome, but I cannot paint. I want you to have faith in yourself. I want you to know that you can do this. And I did this with my 7 children, and I had a passion for trying to paint, and I was excited about it. So let's see. Some people say, stop talking and paint. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to be relaxed about it, and want you to think this is going to be easy for you. So let's see how. I'm on the black paper because it's kind of fun to see it pop off the paper. So I've got this Juneberry color, and you can go to onestroke.com, and it's onestroke.com. That's what I've called my multi-layer painting technique, and I taught myself how to paint. And so I literally sat at my dining room table and started looking at pictures and going, oh, I think I know how they did that. All right. So I want you to see that I am just crisscrossing these strokes. All right. So I want to come up a little bit closer so you can see. All right. And just see that that's wet acrylic. This is acrylic, guys. And so you can pick up some blue. Watch this. I'm going to come here, and I'm going to make this work right here in this hotel room. All right. Working with some lights, working wherever you are. You can be on a break in a break room and take a couple bottles of paint with you. I have had flight attendants across the ocean tell me, oh, you are Donna Dewberry. Listen, we sit back there and paint when we have our time off on overseas flights. How fun was that for me? Okay, so I'm just taking lots of paint, and this is a number 12 flat brush, okay? Number 12, let's see if you see that well, okay? And we're gonna pick up some white. And so I just want you to see, by putting those two colors together, that was Juneberry and Cobalt Blue. And then I want you to see that I can slip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap. I go flip, flop, flip, flop, flip, flop, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I get some pretty blended color. Now, this is what I want you to think as you're just sitting here making a hydrangea. All right. This is a quick and easy hydrangea. And after I did some oils where there were water-soluble oils, but after I did those, I really love my acrylics, and I'd love to figure out how to make my acrylics look like oils. But the key is rich colors is what we want, right? So I want you to see that I've got all kinds of shades in there. All right. See, I'm letting that focus. Now, I was trying to keep my sanity with 7 children and having to just doing the laundry and all. Painting just gave me so much peace. All right. So I knew God had a plan for me. I was having all these little children, and I wanted to be able to create, and I never knew there were classes. Now, how great is it now to have social media where we can come on YouTube and learn how to do almost anything we want to learn how to do. So you see that? See how I'm just going to keep putzing around on this puddle and see if you can start seeing. See this? You don't have to put all these layers, but I'm just showing you that you can keep slip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap, back, forth, back, forth. And I want to slow it down more than my regular classes that I usually do, because I want you to see that the more you blend this, how pretty that color gets, okay? And then, all right, so then I'm going to wipe this off a little bit right on my towel here. All right, and I want you to see that I can take this, it's already got paint inside the brush, my number 12, and then I can just dip a little bit more white, and so I wanted to darken some areas and a light. So when I'm putting a bouquet of these together, I have multiple flowers. I can teach you a little bit of design as we go, but this morning I just wanted to have an opening to the fun that we're going to have every morning that I'm on, and I haven't decided which morning that's going to be. I'm going to, I'll notify you. I'll put it in the YouTube view window for you to see. I want to do one of these that Donna does. All right. And everyone, I'm just going to just play around, show you that you can make that happen. Now, the way I was making this happen is I'm using the corners. So let's get back and get some paint here and look at this. All right. Are you relaxed? I want you to relax this morning or whenever you're painting and think about, I'm going to just try it this time. So let me get in that light. See that corner? Just the corner. But see, I have paint all the way up in that brush. So look, if I have the corner here, let's turn it this way a little bit. I'm going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay? Now, that's kind of like a crescent moon of white. And hydrangeas have a little bit of a bright green when they haven't had all the blossoms open up yet. And when the fresh blossoms open, they are bright and a pretty green color. All right. So I put a little highlight of that. I can also, let me wipe this off. I can also come in here and put a little bit. I got the blue, the cobalt, and the Juneberry, and I can make it even darker in this area. So darker edges are a good thing. Now, what I want you to see, because that makes it look like it rolls around and off. Okay, I want you to see that. Look at the size of this. It's almost the size of the palm of my hand. You might have a different size palm than my hand, but I just wanted to share that with you a little bit. I also am going to come back with a little bit more of those in a minute, but here's a 16 flat, all right? So I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of hard. 16 flat, just a 1 stroke. Donna Dewberry 1 stroke brush, okay? Now, let's grab these colors here. I'm going to get citrus green. This is my double loader, by the way. So my double loader helps you when this part you can just put on a foam plate, paper plate like I've done for years. This part helps you if you're out there and saying, I see all that blending and shading she's doing and I don't see how I can do that. Well, let me show you. I'm going to come in between the two and divide it divide right in between these two colors. Now I could have 1/3 light citrus green and 2/3 dark green, or I can just have half and half. So let's start with half and half. And I'm going to come here on another little cubby or a foam plate, and I'm going to go fast, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now this fast, are you with me? This fast, why are we doing it fast? Because Donna wants to be done with it fast? No, because I have to work it into the bristles, guys. Okay? So you want to know, tell me why this, oops, look, I made it run. I just put it in front of the camera, but you don't want it to run over like that. Okay, so I want you to see next that that's the first step where I get the brush really loaded, all right? Now, do you notice I split my brush here, but right here, I don't split it, all right? This is to control you. This is to control your strokes. I don't want to control you. I'm trying to control your strokes, okay? So what's going to happen, are you liking this? I hope so. What's going to happen is if you're on a foam plate everywhere wiping this, then you're taking off the paint. This little 2-inch spread here that I want you to do keeps you from working all that paint out of your brush. So let's, and by splitting it right here, you're not making a muddy mess. And that's the only thing that looks bad is after you practice my strokes. And yeah, I have teaching guides, did y'all know that? Teaching guides where you can practice my stroke right on top of my stroke. Okay, your stroke on top of my stroke. Am I making sense this morning? Okay, so look, we're gonna go lightly this time, because all I'm doing now that I have paint inside the brush, excuse me, we are now just making the blend nice on the outside. Now see the shading? Now the key to one-stroke painting is we want to blend, shade, and highlight in every stroke. And you could do that. Look at that. I know you can do that right there and control your stroke even if you just have a foam plate. This double loader helps you. It's on onestroke.com. But look, I'm going to dip in some white and lighten up a little bit more. I'll go into that, this right here that spilled over, okay? We'll come over here. All right, so I'm going to go right back into my cubby here. All right, now if I'm doing a stroke that ends up needing some length to it, I'm working on paper this morning, then I would need my floating medium. See that medium in there? That's the fluff that's inside paint, but this has no color in it. So we don't use water. Does everybody remember? No water. If you've never seen this before, no water makes it not get muddy on you, okay? So now I'm gonna go against my flower right here. See this? And that's where I'm heading with my leaf. All right, so look, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I might go 4, 5, 6. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Push the petals out. Push the bristles out. I want you, see, I put my little finger down to steady me. I want you to scrub. But then after you get this movement, start pulling the brush, running the dark green down the stem until you stand up, and slide to a tip. All right? So I'm going to put it down here and see if you can see that better here. 1, 2, 3. This is the other side of the brush. That side of the brush you just used up. This side of the brush hasn't been blended yet. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm blending here, not on my palette, because I want all the paint right here. 1, 2, 3. Are you relaxed? I'm scrubbing. I'm pulling. You're supposed to be relaxing and enjoy the process knowing that you can do this. All right. Touch a stem right in the middle and pull it. All right. So look, I touch, lift, and I want that light color to be in the dark green. So when I'm up on the chisel, I'm leading with the dark. So that lets the light come back through there. And look how that's a heart leaf. Now, sometimes you can put this big leaf so it goes underneath. Or sometimes I can come right along here like I did and make it look like it is coming from under there. All right, so I'm going to go here and get some more. I'm not going to be long. I want you to feel like, oh my goodness, I can have a little 15-minute clip. I don't know what time. I didn't check my watch before I started, but a little clip with Donna in the morning and be inspired. All right. So if you don't get to sit and paint with me, that you're just watching today, I hope that you'll come back on and watch it over a little bit later and go, I've got confidence I can do that. So this is what happens is by holding the brush, multi-layering, doing some strokes, you can make something that looks like you are completely an artist. And you know what? The artistic ability's in there, and all you need is a few tools. And I love that I can be part of giving you a few tools. Now, would you like to see how I do that really simple little leaf? All right, so I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do a couple of strokes, maybe add a few little small blossoms down here. But let's look at this stroke. I've got plenty of paint on my brush. All right, so watch this. This is called a crooked T. All right, I want to make sure you can see that. All right, so here's a straight T, right? So on a straight T, you push your brush, you turn slightly, and you stand up and slide to a tip. But you have this flat edge, which bugs a lot of people, right? So if you came over here and you started instead of flat right here, I'm starting at an angle. All right. Now I'm going to touch, push down, and what corner of that brush is closest to that point right down here? What corner? The dark or the light? This time it's the light. So just slide to that point. Now look, I started at a crooked T. Now I want you to look at it this way. If I start here, I'm leaning towards me. And then all I do is slide. Push and slide. Okay? And then I'm going to pull a stem in there. I have to decide what color is going to show. And I'm going to put a few little blossoms on here maybe to change this look. So it looks like it's, I'm going to do a couple leaves. Okay, every time I leave, I go get more paint. So there we go. All right, now that looks kind of funny because they're all headed that way. But as we paint, as you paint along with me, I'm going to share little design tips that will help you be able to make your own design and not even having to use my packets or my patterns, and you just be able to design your own. How does that feel? And besides that, I'm also going to teach you how to draw. So if you would like to draw your designs and get your patterns ready of your own designs, you're going to be able to do that with me also. All right. So I do the leaves and I pull the stem. All right. Now I made it pretty easy for you to design this quick little hydrangea, but I'm going to put that brush in water and I'm going to pick up, let's start with the Juneberry, new colors, really fun. All right, and I'm just going to do some little sprays that are going to be out here that are going to start blooming. They're just starting their new little growth here. Now see, I'm just dabbing. See, I'm just dabbing that. The key is we don't want a big circle made. We're just going to dab. And I'm going to dab some blue. Remember the blue, if it's on the bottom here, I shouldn't have put it there. I should put it on the bottom. Okay? Enjoy the process. Know that you can do it and enjoy having a good time with your paintbrush. All right, this back to my 12. I am putting some fun little flowers that. Now watch this. I'm going to come over here and get some white. But I could just double load right here and then come over here and work it in. Oops. There we go. I need to wake up this morning. So you get your hot drink for the morning or your Coca-Cola and sit and start your day with a little bit of fun early in the morning. Just watching, come back later in the day and say, okay, I'm going to attempt that. I'd like you thinking about it during the day and going, oh, this is going to be fun. And I'm just going to give you little tidbits each little time I come on. All right. So what did I just do? I left the dark on the bottom, put a little bit of highlight. Oh, and they're really fresh and young. So I can add a little bit of bright green. And listen, a little dab of look, it's on the corner. And then I'm just going to do little teeny dabs. Okay. Little teeny dabs. Because those are really new. So I'm going to intensify the green there just a little bit. Okay. And that was kind of funny. So look, 1, 2, 3, there's a triangle. But this little guy's just out there in the middle of nowhere. So I'm going to just do a little bit of slip slapping. Just for shading out there, kind of. And blend this out so it's just maybe a little bit bigger. Just be loose. Look, just play around. I want you to play around with that brush and see when you do that if you can make it look like something. And then same brush. No, I'm not. I'm going to get a smaller brush. This is your 6, okay? And I'm just going to come in here with, let's get some dark green and some light green. And what happens if I just put a little bit of slip slapping of that green? So it's just going to take green into where that flower is, and it just takes it from a hard, rigid look to a just little lighter look, okay? Back and forth, slip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap, okay? All right, so we're kind of flip-flopping the brush. Now this is real rigid still, but I want you to see how yummy that looks when it kind of just loosens up. And just that on a t-shirt or just that on a set of glasses. Look, I don't want that rigidness there, so I'm just gonna flap, flap, flip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap, okay? And just blend it and warm it up. See the difference? Wasn't that kind of fun? I am going to be on and be sharing, and I want to see what you do. So come to Donna Dewberry's official One Stroke group on Facebook. And when you come there, you're going to see all kinds of fun things we do. I have special sales twice a week on live, and we just have a good time together. And you get to share your designs right there in front of everybody from all over the world. All right? Have a good morning. Thank you very much. God bless. And let's paint some more next time. Bye.